Good afternoon, everybody. You're at the OFC Futsal Championships Invitational 2013, and it's the playoff for 5th place between the Solomon Islands and Vanuatu. A real Melanesian futsal treat for you this afternoon, courtesy of OFC TV and Summit Sports, free sports for Kiwis, and also a very warm welcome to our viewers in the Solomon Islands who are taking this match live through TTV. Welcome to you all. It's nice to have you with us. The teams are on the court. We are ready for the national anthems. We'll rejoin you after the Vanuatu anthem. Yes, you can. You can, it's no problem. Yeah, roll them through, that'd be good. Well, some smiles in that Solomon Islands lineup, and might well there be after yesterday's stirring but ultimately unsuccessful match with Malaysia. Now the anthem of Vanuatu. So the formalities out of the way, and the pre-match handshake taking place between two teams that know each other so well. And we can take a look at how this fixture came about. Solomon Islands finished in 3rd place in the group, 11 goals, 4-15 against. Defeats to New Zealand and Malaysia. They jolly nearly saved it last night, but just a lack of goals against a Malaysian outfit that were just too slick in the end. For Vanuatu, it was a similar story. They managed to knock over the New Zealand Invitational side, but they suffered defeats to Australia and Tahiti. They gave Australia a really good game, and as you can see there is a very similar looking goals for and goals against pattern emerging for these two sides. For the Solomon Islands, James Ageta, number 7, returns to action after he missed out through suspension. Lenson Basili misses out today, he's suspended. Elliot Rigomo is the captain. Mika Lealafo has returned to form, as has Jack Whitney. For Vanuatu, the player to keep your eye on is going to be Pakoa Rakom, number 8. He's had an outstanding tournament and emerged as a real attacking threat. There are plenty of other quality players in this lineup. Jesse Takaro, Jackie John, Ben Hangai and Donald Avick have all contributed meaningfully to coach Louis Dominique's team. And there are the two Starting lineups: Talo, Osefelo, Ageta, Lealafa, Wetney for the Solomons, Avik, Hangai, Masai in goal, and Rakom for Vanuatu. Match officials: Ryan Shepherd of Australia, Daniel Kalsuo from New Caledonia, and Stefan Upa also from New Caledonia. And the timekeeper is Francois Cucurulo. And of course, Paul Tui is describing the action for you. I'm Gordon Glenn Watson. We'll be here throughout match day 4. 2 mouth-watering semi-finals to follow this game. Malaysia against Tahiti and Australia against New Zealand. The first of those semi-finals kicking off at 5 p.m. New Zealand local time, and the second at 8 o'clock New Zealand local time. Paul, this has got entertainment factor, excitement and quality written all over it.
Yeah, good afternoon, Gordon. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. I think of all the games today, this was the one when I woke up this morning I thought I can't miss this one. I know later tonight semi-finals are what it's all about, but for me these are two of the most exciting teams in the Pacific. Solomon Islands, it hasn't been there a week, but we saw glimpses last night of what this team is capable of. And I've been hugely impressed with Louis Dominique's men. A new team, they came together in February, they've been training hard, and both teams trying to play with the flair and the imagination, the reason why we love this game, futsal. So I think sit back and relax and enjoy this one.
Solomon Islands in their yellow, blue and white kit, very reminiscent of Brazil, and that's perhaps appropriate given the qualities that they possess. Here's Rakom for Vanuatu. Early shot taken by the Louis Dominique coach side. Albert Toe was the man with the shot. It wasn't on target though. Here's Leo Lafa. Igeta. And that's pumped into the mid-court range intended for Osefelo. Ball played by Atana Ferodo.
And no start here at the game. I see he's got the fine goalkeeper.
Oh, that's a good ball. Ferodo, good save by Glendon Masai. Tana Ferodo signalling his intent early on. Rakom picked up by Ageta. Osefelo, Leo Lafa. Ageta, that's a good parallel ball to Leo Lafa. Takes on Albert Toe. Well, already there's a nice energy to this one.
Yeah, just looking at the technical level of the Solomon Islands team.
So an opportunity to welcome our viewers on Summit Sports, free sports for Kiwis. You're very much welcome to join us with OFC TV for the OFC Futsal Championship Invitational. Off the base of the post by Sammy Osefelo.
Yeah, bright start from Solomon Islands here this afternoon. Early signs are that it's going to be a cracker.
Geta with the header. Donald Avik. Albert Toe, that's a waste.
Vanuatu taking a high line against Solomon Islands.
Albert Toe works into, oh, good save. Very good save. Anthony Talo to the rescue of Solomon Kurukuru. Toe. Then Hangai. Toe takes on Leo Lafa, who's got to do some defensive work. Cut out by Jeffrey Boulay, might have caught that on the toe. Osefelo. Laid off to Boulay. Geta. Boulay playing the wall pass. Geta taking on Hangai, cut out by Albert Toe. Well, both teams playing with attacking intent. There's no sitting in deep and trying to absorb pressure here.
There's that trademark drag back of Egata. He uses it so effectively.
Boulay. Leo Lafa, good ball. Boulay can hit this. He has to check. Well, it set up for him. It looked as though it might be ripe for the picking. Vanuatu funneled back to defend well. Osafello's touch too heavy. Toe sends it down court to Talo. Osafello. Boulay. Can't beat Hangai.
Vanuatu doing well to absorb this pressure, but Solomon's looking relaxed.
Oh, good save by Masai. Made a good start, the Vanuatu goalkeeper.
Some of the pressure off Kurukuru today, Gordon. Obviously they're disappointed not to make the semi-final, but still plenty of pride to play for. And for anyone who loves futsal, it's a real treat to see them when they're at their best.
Geta probably needed a call from his goalkeeper there. Shot from Hangai. Just missed out by Jackie John. Leo Lafa. That's a foul. Donald Avick holds his hands up. Yes, as if to say that was my fault. And pretty clearly from the replay, Leo Lafa was already looking at the referee. So Jeffrey Boulay is heading into the D. So is Leo Lafa. Osafello's going to take the set piece. Leo Lafa. No foul. Masai's distribution disappointing for Donald Avick. Here's Leo Lafa, perhaps trying to play for another infringement that wasn't going to be given.
Rugamo's taken off the goalkeeper, flying goalkeeper shirt, put his normal famous number 3 on, so he's itching, ready for action, I think. Great turn from Boulay and a great goal.
Oh, that's a great goal. 1-0 for the Solomon Islands.
Gordon, we've talked about pivots a lot this week, and Boulay's not a classic pivot, but just his technique there of being able to receive the ball with his back to goal and spin and turn and finish. Absolutely magic.
Just the start that the Solomons were looking for. Settle the nerves, get into a rhythm. Oh, and this is broken down for them. Jackie John hits the crossbar. Now the Solomons can counter-attack through Egata. He's unable to complete that, and the cross, well, I think it was a cross from Donald Avick, was intended for Ben Hangai. Oh, look at that. Hit the junction of the crossbar and the upright, and then bounced clear. Sure viewers in the Solomons watching on TTV would have had their hearts in their mouths. They might still be in that frame of mind as Donald Avick has another shot at goal. Leo Lafa, nice turn. Here's the first touch of the ball for Elliot Rugomo. Well, he was looking for a short run to feet from Iasi, Donald Avick. It wasn't forthcoming. Rugomo, nice ball through for Coleman Macau. George Stevenson linked it through Avick's legs, and Macau was only slightly off target. Here's Rakom for Vanuatu. Can he produce a bit of magic? No power in the shot. Rugomo clears. Now a counter-attack for the Solomons. Nice work from Coleman Macau. George Stevenson can shoot. Oh, it's a good goal. It's Tana Ferodo 2-0 for the Solomons.
Beautiful counter-attack and magic moment for young Vanuatu at the far post. I would think his first international goal. And great work from Coleman as well. But Vanuatu, they're in this still. They're showing plenty of enterprise on the counter-attack, but I think it'll be very fast, very open. But they will need to take their chances because Solomon's are here to play. We can see it's going to be a good afternoon.
Pakua Rakom for Vanuatu. Hangai comes short. Well, the skipper was looking for that short to feet, and in the end, Rakom just passed it out into touch. That's a great touch by Coleman Macau. George Stevenson with a brilliant finish.
Great finish, and good to see Coleman Macau again with a beautiful bit of technique and great ball into the far post. So, well, Kuru on fire, Gordon.
Yeah, they're in unstoppable form. Smiles all round. George Stevenson started to show signs of clicking into form against Malaysia last night, and he's just carried that on here today. So a timeout called.
Yeah, good chance for Louis Dominic just to take stock and bring his team in. They just need to settle down. I think if they try to put pressure on this Solomon Islands side high up the court, we've called it line one defending. I think it's risky because Solomon Islands are here to attack. They're here to show everyone what they can do, and be interesting to see if they just sit a little deeper after the timeout. Just try and soak up some of this pressure and slow the tempo down of this rampant Kuru outfit.
Yes, it's been thrilling stuff. We've had 5.5 minutes, but it's been 5.5 exciting minutes. Coleman Macau did some wonderful work here. Resisted the temptation to take it himself, just laid it on a plate for George Stevenson, and all he had to do was just take the ball in his stride and guide it into the back of the net.
Well, Kuru, they look like Brazil today, don't they? And they're playing like it.
So 3-0 to Solomons, and we're underway again. Rakom, that's given straight to George Stevenson. That's not the start that Louis Dominic would have wanted. Tana Wharoto got a hurry up from Glendon Maasai. Albert Toe for the Vanuatu Futsal Gideons.
Good turn by Toe, but just too much on that pass.
Macau. Stevenson. And Vanuatu got a response. So far, they're wilting under the blaze of enthusiasm from their opponents.
Some of the New Zealand staff sitting in the stands there, Gordon, I can't help wondering if they're looking at this game thinking to themselves, remind me how we beat these guys again, because it's not the side we saw on Tuesday night, is it?
No, they took a big step up yesterday in the match with Malaysia, and they certainly didn't look out of place in that sort of company, and here today against a team that are by no measure mugs. Oh, that's so close for George Stevenson. He just tried to flick it in with the left foot. Magomo. Oh, and it just needed a touch. And they look as though they're enjoying themselves.
Great turn by Toe and
Rakom. Gilt edge chance for the Futsal Gideons, goes begging, and Coleman Macau should finish. Well done by Maasai. Jesse Takaro. Hangai. Stevenson. Osafello. Macau. Elliot Rigomo. There's Macau again. Osafello was trying to make himself available. He wasn't needed because of Talo's intervention. This is lovely stuff from Solomon Kurukuru. Takaro has it back for Vanuatu. He's going to need a outlet in a green shirt. Rakom. Good shot from Rakom. Osafello. Look at the footwork on Lea Lafa. Still going. He's taken out. Jesse Takaro, the guilty party.
Fantastic stuff again, Lea Lafa. They've well and truly arrived in Auckland, and feels like they've brought the multi-purpose hall of Honiara with them. They look really at home this afternoon.
Jackie John strikes the side netting of Anthony Talo's goal. Yes, they do look as though they're more comfortable within themselves now. The Solomons. Parallel ball cut out by Albert Toe. He's got a chance to pull one back. Now the counter-attack from the Solomons. Jeffrey Boulay. Masai. Still going, Masai. Riveting stuff from the Solomons. Osafello. Lea Lafa. Oh, and it went through the legs of Glendon Masai. He recovered his composure.
I recall saying last night to you, Gordon, that this game wouldn't be 13-1 like the semi-final of 2011, but I might have got that wrong. Looking at this, we're halfway through the first half and they've got three on the board, and I can easily see them hitting double figures if they get their finishing right.
Well, this is the Vanuatu side that held Australia to a single goal, playing a very similar open style to the Solomons, and here they're being put on the rack by a rampant Kurukuru side.
And no sign of Jack Whitney yet. I'm sure he'll bring some fireworks when he gets on.
Oh look, he really found his form, rediscovered his form last night. And it will be exciting to see him take court if he's still in that rich vein. Oh, and Boulay, it's 2 against 1. What will Boulay do?
Good defending.
Yeah, he tried to go through the legs of Dudley Dominic, but Dominic covered well.
He did do well.
Osafello. Good defending from Pakoa Rakom. Rakom. Dominic. So 10 minutes 37 seconds to go in the first half. Solomon Islands 3, Vanuatu 0. Here is Talo's save from the Dudley Dominic shot. It's Vanuatu who have it. Donald Avick takes a deflection off the back of Rakom's head. Well, we're going to go back to the set piece and a virtual replay of what we witnessed before, except this time it hits Atana Ferodo. Oh, good block by Jeffrey Boulay, who's got a couple of words to give to Coleman Macau. Well, Vanuatu starting to ask 1 or 2 questions of their own, Paul.
Yeah, that's a good little spell for them. They managed to soak up some of this pressure. Solomon Islands, their finishing hasn't been as good as they'd like at times, but they're still in it at 3-0. They just need to get through this next 5-10 minutes, get to half-time without conceding any more.
Macau. Lea Lafa keeps the ball going. tough one for Atana Ferodo to deal with. Vanuatu have it, coming forward. Oh, that's given straight to Lea Lafa. Can he punish Vanuatu? Good save by Glendon Massai. He's having a good game, the Vanuatu keeper. Meanwhile, at the other end, Pakoa Rakoms managed to reel off his shot. Lea Lafa. Boulay. Jeffrey Boulay not too impressed with Albert Toe's tackling technique. Macau. Lea Lafa, who's been the pick of the Solomon Islanders this week. That was a great pass.
It's a beautiful ball from Lea Lafa. I think Coleman could have played it first time into Boulay though. He decided to cut it back and work it onto his left foot, and gap closed.
Oh, look at this. He's an absolute delight to watch in this form. Mika Lea Lafa. That one shot straight into the hands of Massai, the counter-attack, Albert Toe. Oh, he could have squared that to Jackie John. It would have been a tap-in. Jackie John did all the hard work. Look, he's completely unmarked to the right, and Albert Toe tried to go himself. And he's cost his team an equaliser. Jackie John. Dudley Dominique. First touch not good by Bill Titek. Macau. Ferodo. Rigomo trying to make a run on the outside of Bill Titek. Dudley Dominique. Good spell this. Nice turn by Jackie John, but the shot straight at the keeper. Osafello. Keeps it in. This match being broadcast live in the Solomon Islands through TTV and in New Zealand through Summit Sports, Free Sports for Kiwis, as well as OFC TV's YouTube channel. The OFC Futsal Championship Invitational 2013, playoff for 5th place. Solomon Islands lead Vanuatu by 3-0. That's not far away by Osafello. And in the first game of today's program, the New Zealand Invitational defeated New Caledonia 4-2 to take out the 7th place in this event. Well, the standard of futsal, Paul, is lifting all the time. These two sides contesting in one of the minor places. It's difficult to believe.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Hangai.
Sometimes the most technical sides or the skillful sides don't prevail. We've seen the very, very good organisation of a couple of the teams take them to the semi-final. But I think for a lot of people watching, particularly Kurukuru today, this is the way we love to see the game played, and especially great to see a few youngsters in the crowd here. I imagine I've seen nothing like this before in New Zealand.
Avic's shot is comfortably held by Anthony Talor. That's a good ball out to Elliot Rigomo. Donald Avic checks the Solomon's captain, Rigomo. That's a nice ball through, nice idea. It was a good run by George Stevenson. The execution from Coleman Macau, not quite what it may have been. Rakom, haven't seen too much of him in this match so far. That's well played. Osafello dragged his shot wide.
Still no sign of Whitney Gordon. Just wondering if he's carrying a bit of an injury. He looks pretty happy down there on the bench, bouncing around, so let's hope we see Jack before too long.
Yes, he could be held back perhaps just in case they need something inspirational from him at a certain juncture in the game. Hangai. Nice ball by Hangai. And the shot doesn't match the quality of the pass.
Yeah, lovely work from the Vanuatu skipper. He's had a good week as well.
Boulay. Oh, through the legs. Jeffrey Boulay, good save by Masai. Oh, Leo Lafa.
Commentators curse, eh? Hangai gets robbed. But Leo Lafa can't apply the finish.
Stevenson, look at this. Boulay. Can't get past Rakom. Now a counter-attack. And the shot. Off target. James Ageta back into the mix for Kurukuru. Boulay. Stevenson's got away from his marker, and the shot, well, has to be on target. He had the space and the time to pick his spot. Look at that, he had all the time in the world to line it up, and because he's chosen power over precision, it's ended up high in the bleachers. So 5 minutes and 32 seconds to go on a pulsating first half in the 5th place playoff. Jeffrey Boulay. Oh, that's so unselfish from James Ageta. And George Stevenson tucks the ball away.
Yeah, nice work from Jeffrey Boulay to get the ball out to Ageta, and classic back post finish, 4-0.
Stevenson on a hat-trick. Boulay tries to pick out Ageta at the far post. Oh, it's a nightmare miss. Can you believe it? From that player in particular. He's got a smile on his face and he shakes his head, and well he might. Look at that. Oh dear.
Yeah, unfortunate for James. I've seen this side play a lot. I can't recall him scoring a goal despite being such an important member of the team. Perhaps 2 or 3 years ago would be the last time in international futsal. But his eyes must have lit up there, but not on this occasion.
Ageta. And Boulay drags it wide. Vanuatu's desire to press high at the court's leaving them exposed at the back. They could get a real tanking here.
Yeah, we've talked about it a lot, Gordon, and I just think they just need to be a bit cooler about that. Maybe sit on halfway, soak up some of the pressure. But
oh, what a piece of skill by Mikalia Lafa. Boulay applies the finish, but it was the lead-in that caught the eye.
But that approach of Vanuatu is certainly making for an open game, and it may be 5-0, but it's great entertainment this afternoon in Auckland.
Look at this. Takes it on the chest, over the top of Hangai, and collects it on the other side on his chest.
Yeah.
Clipped into the far post, and Boulay does the rest, but Mikalia Lafa take a bow. Here he is again, really in the mood now. Ageta just unable to locate Boulay with the parallel pass. Jackie John. Hangai. 3 minutes 51 seconds to go. A scoreline that makes happy reading for Coach Dixon Cadout and the Solomon Islands fans watching this back in the West Pacific and around the world. Coleman Macau, one touch, clear. Oh, he could have gone to Glenda Masai's right. He's gone for power again. Well, Vanuatu have squandered one chance to score, but they're getting taken to pieces here. Oh dear, Coleman Macau. Could have been 6.
And Masai just did enough, I think, there.
Well, Glennon Massai's been left to his own devices by his teammates. That's a nice ball in, and yeah, Massai did well. It's not as easy as it perhaps looks. Macau on the counter-attack. Geta. Leo Lafa. Ragomo, that was intended for a Geta. Good save by Masai. Perhaps should have opted to roll that into a Geta. Macau. Shot on the run from Leo Lafa. 2 minutes 24 seconds to go in the first half. Good save by Masai. Can Vanuatu get on the score sheet before the break? They've been under the cosh since the match kicked off. Solomon Islands team in rampant mood. Ragomo, Egeta. Lovely ball. Good run by Leo Lafa. He's looking for Osafello to make a run across the face of Masai. Hungai's still going. Talo. Ragomo. Leo Lafa. Well, you could see what they were trying to do, and the idea was right, but the execution was not. Oh, lovely skill. Chance for the Vanuatu to score, and they've taken it at last through Albert Toe.
Yeah, quite a well-deserved goal too for Vanuatu. They've had a number of attacks and good finish there, just on the inside post of Talo.
Joseph Hang Kon was the provider. Albert Toe the goal scorer. 5-1 to the Solomon Islands. 1 minute 14 seconds left in the first half of a very eventful game. Rakom, his eyes lit up, and he was going to strike that all the time, I think. 2 touches. Dudley Dominic and Albert Toe not on the same page. It's turned over to Elliot Ragomo.
Vanuatu on 5 fouls at the moment, Gordon, so one more and it's back to that 10-metre penalty spot. So we've seen that a few times this week.
George Stevenson. Nice turn away from Dudley Dominic. He's going to have to be at his best to beat Dominic. Masai was quick to leap to his feet and shake his finger, claiming that there was no foul there. The referee saw it his way. Toe. Now he's got a free kick for Vanuatu. Oh, and he worked himself into space, Joseph Hang Kon, but the finish was poor. Ragomo, Osafello, intercepted by Dominic. Ragomo, chance for a counter. "27 seconds and counting down." Solomon Islands 5, Vanuatu 1. What a first half we've had. It's been entertainment galore. Osafello. Still going. Gomo has somehow managed to keep possession for his team. Good ball in and a great goal. Good finish. Atana Ferodo with his second. The Solomons 6-1 up.
Yeah, nice work from the skipper there to lay that ball off for Ferodo. And a good finish.
Atana Ferodo with a smile on the face, and he's enjoying this match. 2 goals for him, 6 for his country, and it's half time at the Trust Arena in Henderson, Auckland, New Zealand, in the playoff for 5th. And Paul, that was entertaining.
It sure was, and plenty more to come, Gordon. Nice to see Solomon Islands back, close to their best, and Vanuatu with still plenty to contribute.
That was Bule's first goal with the left foot. Just rolled off Albert Toe and then thrashed it home. He had an option coming. It was in the shape of Mika Alafi. Mika Lealafi. Didn't need him in the end, and put it in the back of the net. Solomons were at it again. This one a easy finish for Atana Ferodo. George Stevenson, the provider. First international futsal goal for Atana Ferodo, and he punches the air with delight to mark the moment, and perhaps the first of many. He's all smiles here. Solomons went 3 up. Quality finish from George Stevenson. Coleman Macau was the provider. Vanuatu were barely hanging on here at this juncture. Number 4, James Ageta, unselfish. Good lead-up work by Bule. Vanuatu all over the place, and Stevenson grabbed his second. And Ageta, my word, one he'll want to forget. He doesn't get too many goal-scoring opportunities. This was a rare one. It went through the legs of Masai. Maybe that caused Ageta some level of surprise. Now look at this. Goal of the tournament, perhaps. Mika Lealafa. 1 touch with the foot, 2 with his chest, and then an easy tap in for Jeffrey Bule. Wonderful to watch. Ben Hungai's no mug either. He's a good player, and Mika Lealafa beats him there. Takes control. 1 touch to set, spots the pass, and Bule was unmarked. Vanuatu made late show of it. Albert Toe got on the score sheet. They could well have had 2. Toe had missed 1 earlier, but he's made amends here, and Anthony Tarlo didn't really have too much hope. It was the first time that the Solomons have been prized open so widely. Solomon Islands restored their 5-goal advantage. Elliot Rigomo getting in on the act. And Atana Ferodo happily accepting the gift-wrapped goal, and his country's 6th. There is the Malaysian side. Half-time here. Solomon Islands 6, Vanuatu 1. Rejoin us back here at OFC TV, YouTube channel, Summit Sports, and TTV Solomon Islands for the second half. Welcome back, everybody, to Trust Arena in Henderson. It's half-time in the 5th place playoff match between the Solomon Islands and Vanuatu. Solomon Islands lead by 6 goals to 1. We've just witnessed a wonderful, entertaining first half, and I'm sure there is more to come. This broadcast is going out to you through Summit Sports in New Zealand, OFC TV YouTube channel, and our good friends in the Solomon Islands TTV. Welcome to all of you. Please note, we've got even more futsal action coming your way. It's the semi-finals. Malaysia taking on Tahiti at 5 o'clock New Zealand time, and at 8 o'clock it's the Trans-Tasman Derby between Australia's Futsal Roos and New Zealand's Futsal Whites. Remember, if the scores are level after 40 minutes, there will be extra time, 5 minutes each way, and if the scores remain locked, then it will go to a penalty shootout and then sudden death. So stay tuned. So New Zealand fancy their chances of perhaps scoring an upset victory over Australia. They have lost 6 out of 6, but in a one-off match, you really have to ask the question whether or not New Zealand could possibly spring an upset. There are ways of going about taking on those sorts of games, and Tahiti showed yesterday when they were beaten 2-0 by Australia that you can certainly ask questions of the Futsal Roos. So an opportunity for New Zealand sports fans to get down to the Trust Arena in Henderson and support their national team as the match officials return to the court. That is Ryan Shepherd of Australia leading his quartet out. And here is the last goal of an eventful half, scored by Atana Ferodo. Just swept it past Glendon Massai. And the Solomon Kurukuru back to their best through the legs of Pakoa Rakom as well. And Vanuatu is struggling to stay in touching distance of the Oceania champions. 4 times Oceania champions, 2 FIFA Futsal World Cups under their belt. They were knocked out of this tournament relatively early by their own standards. New Zealand beating them for the first time in history on match day 1. And then last night they were beaten 4-1 by Malaysia, but that game could have ended up 9-8 or 10-9. Such was the excitement that we witnessed. There is Sammy Osafello. He's had a good tournament. As we look at the Futsal Gideons, as they're known in Vanuatu. So following tonight's semi-finals, we have got a finals day to present to you tomorrow. That is match day 5. The 3rd, 4th playoff is scheduled for 5 p.m. and the final itself will kick off at 8 o'clock New Zealand local time at Trust Arena in Henderson. So we're underway. All to do for Vanuatu. Leo Lafa, Stevenson, Osafello. Oh, lovely little touch by Ageta, just trying to release Stevenson with a flick pass that skidded across this wooden floor. Stevenson couldn't retrieve it. Right idea. Paul, what's the key to getting back into this game for Vanuatu?
Well, I think just patience. Patience. Try not to take too high a line, because Solomon Islands will punish you every time. Well, they won't. They might miss a few chances, but they'll attack you every time, and very dangerous. Interesting to see Solomon Islands now. George Stevenson playing up in the pivot role. I've used Jeffrey Boulay there today. Just a slight change, I guess, that as this team evolves. Starting to see more of George and Boulay. No sign of Jack Whitney yet. I just saw them coming out of the changing room. Perhaps just waiting for a little cameo at the end. And perhaps a lesser role for Elliot Ragomo at the moment as he just struggles to get back to full fitness.
Osafello, and it's a let-off for Vanuatu. George Stevenson lurking at the far post. Pakoa Rakom trying to mark him up, as you can see to the left of Glendon Massai, the goalkeeper.
A good opportunity for Ferodo, Coleman, Macau to get a bit more court time, but very positive body language on the bench of Kurukuru at the moment. They're enjoying this return to form, I think, and plenty more fireworks to come. Let's see what Vanuatu can offer as well, because they've been hugely impressive this week.
Osafello does some good defending for his team, and a chance for the Solomons to increase their lead. Lea Lafa forces 2 saves out of Glendon Massai. Osafello away by Donald Avick.
Good counter-attack, but well blocked by Osafello.
Lieta. Lea Lafa against Donald Avick. Stevenson joining in as pivot. Oh, and that was too casual from Sammy Osafello. Toe poke and a goal. Nice finish from the skipper. Good ball in by Pakoa Rakom. That all came from a casual pass from Sammy Osafello, and David Lafai didn't have a chance.
No, a good finish from Ben Hungai. He's had a good week, the skipper, and yet another goal. Got a couple yesterday.
Oh, that's a goal out of nothing for Elliot Ragomo. Good strike from the skipper.
Simple and great pivot work from Igata there, just up high in the court. Not normally up that high, but stopped the ball beautifully and laid it back on for his skipper, who finished with aplomb.
That's what Elliot Ragomo can bring, isn't it? Just those flashes of brilliance when he gets the opportunity. We haven't seen as many of them as we have in the past, as he fights his way back to full fitness. Lafai to restart. Straight through to his fellow goalkeeping colleague, Marsai. Lea Lafa. Stevenson. Elliot Ragomo. Nice touch from Igeta. Stevenson battling for the ball. Iasi has to provide cover.
Lovely skill from Igata, and nice little tussle there. Ball back with Kurukuru now.
Well, that pace and precision and quick feet and fast passing that we saw in the first half has just eased off. I doubt that any team can go like that for 40 minutes, the way we started. Chance, Hungai. Oh, it's bundled over the line by Jackie John.
Vanuatu just keeping in touch. Every goal that goes in is another confidence booster for them as they build towards 2016. 7-3. Kurukuru in the box seat, but not over yet. Another couple of goals could make it interesting for the Futsal Gideons.
Yeah, the Solomon Islands have just taken their foot off the gas a little bit, and Vanuatu have lifted their own game. And Iasi, Laufey spills it right in front of Jackie John, and Elliot Rigomo, I think, has collected Jackie John right on the foot. The Vanuatu players trying to run off the pain here. Have a look here. Oh yeah, they've actually it was Jackie John who kicked Elliot Rigomo and came off second best. That was a painful one. (16 minutes 7 seconds) of the match to go. Solomon Islands 7, Vanuatu 3 in the playoff for 5th, and a yellow card is produced for Nelpini Iasi of Vanuatu. Back underway, Rigomo. Well played by Rigomo, that was a good pass. And Rigomo just rushed the shot and it flew over the top. Talo back in goal for Solomon Kurukuru. Look at this. Interception by Ben Hangai. He just couldn't square it up for Iasi. Boulay. Dudley Dominic, a very good defender. Lealafa. Dudley Dominic and Sammy Osafello have taken a tumble in centre court. Well, this looks like it could be a painful one.
Yeah, well, Solomon's just easing off a little bit. A couple of mistakes, 7-3. Still on top, but they'll want to finish strongly here. It's been an up and down sort of a week. Good win over New Caledonia. And they played well at times last night against Malaysia. Couldn't finish though. And today there've been some brilliant spells from Kurukuru. But once again, the finishing not all that it might be. Vanuatu doing well to stay in touch.
So just under 5 minutes of the second half have elapsed, and we've enjoyed another 3 goals. It's 7-3 to the Solomon Islands. Coleman Makar. Jeffrey Boulay. Makar getting pressed high by Ben Hangai, and Pakua Rakom covering his skipper in defence. It is Pakua Rakom. Nelpini Iasi. Dudley Dominic. Patient build up by Vanuatu. They sense that if they can get the next goal, could change the dynamic of this game. Solomons have just dropped the tempo. Oh, that's good interchange. That hits the underside of the crossbar. Agueta's taken a sore one. Play rages on. Rigomo's nicked it off Albert Toe and Ageta. Oh dear. James Ageta. Not used to these goal scoring positions, and it's showing.
I'd like to see Coleman Macau's one again. I think it went in, Gordon. I know it often doesn't come out again when it goes in, but there was just something about that one.
Oh, and this is in the back of the net. Boulay with his third. No mistake this time. 8-3 to the Solomons. Thought he might have hit it at that point. He turned around and had another look.
Delight for Jeffrey Boulay.
Yes, a hat trick for him. And Solomons keep rolling on. There's plenty of food for thought for the coaches after this tournament has finished. There's been a lot that different teams have brought to this smorgasbord of futsal, as we see Jesse Takaro try and take on James Ageta. From Vanuatu's pleasing opening against Australia to Tahiti's own match against the Futsal Roos. Solomon Islands losing to New Zealand. There was some learnings there for the Futsal Whites. And New Caledonia, who were able to remain competitive despite losing all four of their games here. Macau, that's a good finish.
Yeah, and a good reward for Coleman Macau. He's played well this afternoon. Doesn't always get a lot of court time, but he's taken his opportunities on most occasions. He's got a couple of assists and a nice reward for the number 11. Yeah, it's interesting to look at the variety across Oceania now as each member association builds its futsal program. Tahiti, we saw in 2011 that they knew how to defend, and they've built on that platform, and I think they're going to be a handful for Malaysia tonight. Question remains for me is the quality of their attacking. Can they counter-attack effectively against Malaysia? We know Tino, number 12, is a very exciting player, but typically you need one or two more to hurt teams. But I'm sure they'll sit very deep in their game this afternoon. New Zealand have come a long way, very well organised now under Scott Gilligan. Again, they have one player, I guess, who can take people on and beat them, Dylan Manikim, and he's had a massive tournament. I think he scored 9 goals. And Vanuatu, definitely with one eye on the future. Louis Dominique has done such a wonderful job with this young team in the few months that he's had them together. Kurukuru themselves in a period of transition. Perhaps time for some new players to come in. Not sure. Farodo's been good, but certainly some of the older hands just probably need a bit more time, a bit more training, and more challenge, more competition, really. But yeah, as you say, food for thought, Gordon, and really hard to pick who will be our next qualifier for the 2016 World Cup in Colombia.
Yes, there's been a lot of relative successes, you might say, in terms of tactical approaches and advances and elements of futsal that these teams wouldn't otherwise get if they hadn't had the opportunity to come to Auckland and play in this tournament.
Yeah, it's a hugely important tournament from the point of view of development, competition. It's a significant expense bringing teams together for something like this, but without it, you just cannot progress. And we saw last year how difficult it was for Solomon Islands, 18 months without a game before heading off to the World Cup. And the mind boggles at what this side could achieve, or could have achieved last year as well, with more fixtures.
"11 minutes, 20 seconds to go. An uphill battle for Vanuatu. They trail by 6. Solomon Islands up 9-3 in the playoff for 5th. Jack Whitney is on court for the first time this afternoon. foul count climbing for Vanuatu. It's up to 6. It's going to be a spot kick, 10-metre spot kick.
Coleman wants it. Anthony Tallo's going to take it.
Well, what are your views on this sort of thing? Is it an opportunity missed to allow the goalkeeper to take it, or is it
I reckon
in the spirit?
I reckon he's probably the best one of the lot at the 10-metre penalty. He'd face enough of them in the multi-purpose hall, so why not give him a go? We'll see. If he buries it, good on him.
Anthony Talo. Oh, good save. That's a wonderful save by Glendon Massai from Anthony Talo, because he hit it pretty hard.
He did, didn't he? Yeah, hard to know really, Gordon, with the 10-metre penalty. They're not easy. You see them missed more often than they're scored. It's the ones from the 6 metres that should always go in. But yeah, he drilled that one at the keeper, and no luck there for the youngster. Still, he's got a very important goal that he can cherish for the rest of his life. Of course, that 4th goal against Guatemala last year. And we saw a nice repeat of that one earlier today from Mitch Webber, the New Zealand invitation keeper, to give that invitation side a 4-2 win over New Caledonia.
Good shot from Dudley Dominic. Tested Talo. Talo clips forward. That's not accurate work from Ferodo. Timeout called.
Yes, so 9-3, Gordon. Plenty of goals. And again, one of the nice games of this tournament.
Here's another look. Vanuatu just switched off. Coleman Macau got the technique and the accuracy completely correct, and Glendon Massai was left exposed. He couldn't do much about this opportunity.
Nice first touch from Macau and good finish. I think overall Kurukuru pretty happy with this afternoon. Jerry Sam down there, assistant coach, looking pretty happy. Bit more reflective perhaps for Vanuatu, but as we've said a number of times, it's really the beginning of the building of this team, and looking at this side, and you know, when you look at Ben Hungai's contribution this week, Rakom, we've talked about him so many times. Great things to look forward to in the future for Futsal Gideons.
Haven't seen too much of Jack Whitney yet. He's all smiles and looking relaxed. Sporting the number 12 jersey. And ball out of play. Just a reminder of the semi-finals coming up for you. 5 o'clock New Zealand local time, Malaysia against Tahiti, and then 8 o'clock the Trans-Tasman Derby match between Australia's Futsal Roos and the New Zealand Futsal Whites. That should be an absolute cracker. And then tomorrow, match day 5, 3rd, 4th playoff at 5 p.m. New Zealand local time, and then the OFC Futsal Championship Invitational final at 8 p.m. New Zealand local time. You can catch these semi-final matches on OFC TV, YouTube, and Summit Sports in New Zealand. Free sport for Kiwis. Leo Laffer, that's a lovely play from him. Whitney makes his contribution known. Ageta, he lets out a bellow as he shoots. It's a hat trick of misses for him now.
A big smile too, though, from Ageta.
Oh, Yasi, his first touch let him down. Yes, well, I think it's just being realistic about what his strengths and weaknesses are, James Ageta. He's a wonderful player when it comes to building up an attack, and he can pick out a pass, but he struggles in front of goal, as we've seen today. Although he's got plenty of time to rectify that. Stevenson, some good work by the big player. Lea Lafa forces a good save out of Masai. He enjoyed that one, the Vanuatu goalkeeper.
I don't think Lea Lafa's scored today, Gordon. It wouldn't be too often that Solomon's put 9 up on the board without a contribution from him, or indeed Jack Whitney.
No, Lea Lafa's being the chief provider today for the Solomon Kurukuru.
And the prolific Ragamo, he's only got 1. So chance for some of the other Kurukuru to get amongst the goals.
Oh, Masai really sold himself out here. He's in trouble. Oh, Jack Whitney. Well, that's a bit casual really from Whitney.
Yeah, he had Stevenson available for the hat trick, and here he is again.
Here's Whitney. Goes for power.
Goes for a break as well. Sammy Osafello checks in, and Whitney leaves with a big smile. Hopefully that's not the end of his contribution this afternoon. You're always an entertainer, Jack Whitney. We don't see him often. We've never seen him on the futsal court in Auckland. Seen him a few times in the O-League and the Champions League.
Yes, he also had 1 or 2 cameo appearances in the OFC Nations Cup last year for Solomon Benito against the All Whites. Here's Lea Lafa. Hangai might go for another toe poke if he gets a chance. Sets up Takaro. Stevenson. Takaro. Hangai. Shot blocked. Oh, and it set up for Takaro. Talo wants to go himself. Chance for Osafello. Good save by Masai. The 2 goalkeepers go shoulder to shoulder. Well, that was inspired thinking by Anthony Talo.
You know, really good save by Glendon Masai. He's had plenty of work this afternoon, and he's kept it to single figures with that save from Osafello.
Oh, and he's missed it. Lea Lafa. Look at this, empty net. And he overcompensated, and in the end just shot it right across the face of a wide open goal. So 6 minutes 13 seconds to go. The playoff for 5th place between Solomons and Vanuatu very much looking like Solomon's victory at this point. They lead by 9 goals to 3. They've just been a class above Vanuatu today. We didn't think that the match would unfold that way. Vanuatu have had a encouraging tournament of their own. They played very well against Australia, but today this has just proved to be a task too far for them. Nice ball by Masai. Hangai. Toe poke into the back of the net.
Another one for the skipper.
The fourth goal. The deficit cut to 5. Ageta. That's a great pass from Osefelo. Boulay just needed the finish. It would have been a remarkable goal. Rigomo pulled up.
Yeah, another nice turn from Boulay, but a great block from Vanuatu skipper Ben Hangai. Things really opening up again, Gordon. Two teams starting to tire, but there could be goals. Could be another 3 or 4. Might end up with the most high-scoring game of the tournament if we haven't got it already.
Well, the most goals we've had, if we do a quick check back, I think it was 11. Malaysia 8-3 winners over New Caledonia. We had 9 in the match between Australia and the New Zealand Invitational. That remains the biggest win of any team. So this match has produced the most goals. Yes, Paul, you're right.
Tallo, can he hit Boulay?
Oh, that's a foul, and there's no mistake there. Card produced. Masai can have few complaints.
Yeah, good day for Boulay and Stevenson up front for Kurukuru. 5 goals, and Coleman Macau's turn now to go to the 10-metre penalty mark. It's nice to see these guys getting opportunities. And can Coleman do what Anthony Tallo couldn't do a few minutes earlier?
Well, Masai's shown that he's brave and accomplished in these situations. Coleman Macau hits the base of the post. Masai with a quick throw out. Rakom goes for the first time shot, and it strikes Jack Whitney. Glendon Masai has pushed up to halfway. Here is the Vanuatu goalkeeper deep inside Solomon's territory, and loses possession. Talor. Good ball. Macau. Great finish by Jeffrey Boulay.
Yeah, well done, Coleman Macau. Lovely pass. And razor sharp finish from the number 8, who's on fire today. Yeah, lovely finish.
Excellent build-up. The goalkeeper, Anthony Tallo, inspired the attack, and Coleman Macau played his part, and Boulay with a lovely finish to complete the move. 10-4 for the Solomon Islands. Jack Whitney plays it early to Boulay, doesn't keep his run going. Rakom nutmegs Boulay, Hangai. And Donald Avick has pulled up. That ball's been adjudged to have gone out. Three minutes, 42 seconds to go. Solomon Islands 10, Vanuatu 4. 6 goals to the good. Tallo joins in. Arrived late, just in front of Hangai. This is Hangai again. And his pass too far in front of Pakoa Rakom. Elliot Rigomo. Coleman Macau. Boulay. Whitney. Oh, he's been caught out now. It's 3 against the keeper. Rakom has his first goal of the afternoon. Vanuatu have hit 5. It's a 15-goal match. Whitney. Talo invited to join in. He might fancy a shot. Two minutes, 48 seconds. Talo with a topo. Good save by Masai. Lealafa. And the search for a goal continues.
Yeah, it won't go in for Lealafa today, but he's contributed such a lot to this tournament with his electric bursts, one-on-ones.
Macau.
And the world needs more. The futsal world needs more players like Lealafa. He's a shoo-in for our team, isn't he, Gordon? Our All-Stars team. We've said it before, you take the rough with the smooth with the brilliant players. A couple of times he's lost the ball in key positions, but overall you wouldn't want to be without him. He's fantastic, Michael Lealafa.
Yes, he's a wonderful player to watch, and he certainly enhanced this tournament. Oh, but a chance for Hangai. Shot wide. Just under 2 minutes to go. And another couple of rapid fire goals from Vanuatu might just lift the roof off here, but it's difficult to see that happening.
Great ball from Igata.
Whitney. Lealafa, that's a good ball. Still going. Lealafa might have a chance. Oh, it was a heavy touch and a chance for a counter attack. Hangai down the other end. Went himself. He had an option in Donald Avick.
Yeah, magnificent build-up play from Kuru Kuru.
Whitney on the break. Oh, taken out.
And back to the 10-metre penalty mark.
Well, the hat-trick of misses, perhaps.
James Eggerter's turn now, I think. No, it's Whitney.
I wonder what he can produce. He's certainly in a cheeky mood at the moment. He hasn't really thrown himself about with too much of the commitment that we saw last night. Well, perhaps commitment's the wrong word, but he certainly enjoyed himself in this playoff game. Will he go for power?
A Panenka.
Or a Panenka, yes. The goalkeeper is Philip Yavano. Oh, he's missed it altogether. He's not the first player to do so today.
No, we've only seen 2 of them go in all tournament.
Whitney. Oh, well played. Oh, yes, he's got his goal. Mika Lealafa.
Yeah, well deserved. Good build-up play and real presence of mind in that D to just be a little bit patient, and nice finish from the choir master.
Yes, he deserved it. He's had a superb game. 10 out of 10 for Mika Lealafa, and 11 goals for the Solomon Islands in the 5th place playoff. Lealafa looking for perhaps a penalty call. He doesn't get it. There's 43 seconds on the clock and a chance for Solomons. He gets it. Oh, well. Dear me. There's peals of laughter echoing throughout Trust Arena. I think out of sympathy more than anything else.
Well, they scored 3 against New Zealand in the last minute, so maybe 5 are on the cards here, 23 seconds.
Well, stranger things have happened, but it's going to have to happen rapid fire here. Rakom. Stevenson. 10 seconds to go. Talo is going to have a crack from distance. 2 seconds left. There's the throw. And it's all over. Solomon Islands have prevailed. They've done it with some swagger and some style. They've beaten Vanuatu convincingly by 11 goals to 5. 4 goals for Jeffrey Boulay, 2 apiece for George Stevenson and Atana Ferodo. And there were also strikes for Coleman Macau and Mikalia Lafa and Elliot Rigomo. For Vanuatu, Jackie John, Pakoa Rakom, Donald Avick, and a double for Ben Hangai. So Vanuatu coach Louis Dominique is with Olivier Hook.
Yeah, it was a very difficult match. Yeah. We should have done better. I mean, we have scored 5 goals but couldn't defend. So we got 11 on our net.
It's still a good tournament for you, a good preparation for the OFC qualifier next year, the World Cup qualifier.
Yeah, it's a good preparation for the team for that tournament, for the World Cup qualifier. I mean, it was a tough tournament, but it was a very good preparation, as we were placed in one of the most toughest pool in the tournament with Australia and Tahiti, and but I think it's a good tournament for the team to prepare for the World Cup qualifier.
Thank you, Louis, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's look back at some of the highlights of an entertaining playoff game. Ben Hangai with a toe-poke goal. It kept Vanuatu within touching distance. A nutmeg of Osafelo performed by Pakoa Rakom. And there was some joy for Vanuatu to embrace. Then they managed to get another. It was only just bundled over the line by Jackie John. Jeffrey Boulay, some class about that finish. Thought he might hit it first time. Stopped, checked, had a look, rolled it back onto the right. And Anthony Toe was nowhere near. Coleman Macau bagged the 9th with a little toe poke. James Ageta was the chief architect. Glendon Masai left helpless. And then Vanuatu, it was a skipper again with another trademark toe poke. Just gave it a little bit of bounce as well, and those are always difficult to stop. And Boulay with a superb finish from a Macau cross. The goals just kept on coming. It was 3 against 1 here. Hangai really unselfish. Pakoa Rakom had an easy task of just passing it into an empty net with Anthony Talo struggling. Mikalia Lafa, the third man in a Solomon Islands triangle, inspired by Jack Whitney. Knocked through to George Stevenson, and Mikalia Lafa deservedly on the score sheet. So Dixon Caddow, the victorious coach, has got victory to savour, and he's with Olivier Hook.
Dixon, you finished this tournament with a victory against Vanuatu.
Yes, it's a great victory for us. Although we not in a top positions, but we want to come back to put us in a good place in the positioning. So make a game, set up the game for today. So I'm really happy with the scoring matching today.
It was a tough tournament, huh?
Yeah, it's tough because all the countries are developing to develop this code of football very fast. Not like the past. Yeah, in past, countries are not concentrate on this code of football.
Now in 15 months we're gonna have the OFC World Cup qualifier. You have to be ready for this tournament.
Well, this is a build-up and it's a kind of a tournament that helps us because we lack of sending our national team to play friendly games outside. So this tournament is part of our development and build-up to that qualifying.
Thank you, Dixon. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Dixon Carroll has something to celebrate, so too do the futsal fans from the Solomon Islands, and an entertaining game for you for the 5th place playoff. There's more to come. We've got Malaysia against Tahiti in the first semi-final at 5 o'clock New Zealand local time. That will be on OFC TV's YouTube channel and through the Summit Sports free Sports for Kiwis platform as well. To our viewers in the Solomon Islands, it's been a pleasure having you with us. And on behalf of Paul Tui and myself, Gordon Glenn Watson, we'll bid you a temporary farewell, and we'll be back here at 5 o'clock for the first of those mouth-watering semi-finals. Until then, take care.